Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. You're falling. I said don't. Notebook's nice and notebook's dicey. Somehow helps, but getting kinda pricey. Try to stay fierce and a little bit feisty, but I getting tired, getting kinda tired. I'm feeling wide, but I'm still really tired, and I just don't know, which way I'm gonna go, which way I'm gonna go to get home. Stupid silly ditty that was going through my head. I'm like, is this helping? I was trying to gather all the notebooks I hadn't harvested. I've mentioned many a time, many times as I'm sitting here talking to y'all. And when I say talking to y'all, I mean talking to myself, because nobody's here and nobody cares. And that's okay. Somehow, as an artist, you just have to sing anyway. And you sit around and talk as though you have an audience and hope that someday they'll be there and that they'll care. But they don't yet. My notebooks are falling. Yeah. I was endeavoring to do these live sessions every day. And if you look back, you'll see how that's been going. It's 9 so far, and I've been doing this for a year. Man. But when I talk about needing to harvest my notebooks, and this is just the physical side of what I am behind on. Oh, this one I decided to do my live and lost thing on here. Normally I put it on, say, if I go through this book and I find something that was notes that I needed for something that is already passed, that opportunity is gone. It's never coming back. And I write it on there. This is not technically gone and never coming back. This is my kind of daily routine that I made to try to keep me organized. As I demonstrated in the last video with my weekly plan board and my monthly plan board, it's like, oh, I need so many things to try to. I am a vortex. I am a vortex. Come up here. Come hang out with me. As you can see from my workspace, I am a vortex. W4 needs to go to work. It needs to be put in a more place-like place. You sit here. Yeah. But yes, so it's a daily routine I made for myself several weeks ago, and have not only not done daily, but generally not at all. Check that visual tools will set. It's these things, as I explained last live. Grade the kid work, and I've been doing pretty good at grading the kid work. Some of the things are okay. But it's just a lot, and the more it is, the harder it is to go back through it. And it's everywhere. In my server notebooks, it's like, what have I got in here? This is a shopping list. Some projects I was doing with one of my besties, Bex. That was a contact for somebody that I do not remember what we were going to do. This is a server sheet, like as in I was working a server shift and it's there. 707. Which job even is this? Something with a pear drink, grower pear. Which job has 707 as a table? Anyway, that's old because it wasn't my last job or two. The Lord knows how old this is. Southwest with egg on the side. It's the bridge. The bridge in Seattle, Washington. Yeah, so I don't know that I can need or use this anymore. See, this is one of my sectional notebooks trying to be strict about what I put where, which I'm so bad. I just open it to a random page and I start writing. I have done that with other people's stuff. This is about Decibel Diversions, which is what Abstracted Arts used to be called, my events company. Kind of trying to get that organized, it looks like. Maybe I should start sticking them. I don't know that I want to sit here and just go through these are kind of big for stickies. The other things. Story poem. You took my nose. Shame for yes, customers. Papa John's last smile a lot, never say no. This doesn't. Yeah, I don't understand everything. Oh, that looks like some trauma unpacking. About how my family treated me versus my direct abuse from my abuser and which parts were similar or not. Kevin's birthday. Who's Kevin? I do not know. No. No se way. Oh, Salvador Mollies, I miss you. But yeah, so this is rather difficult to go through because sometimes it's just anything. So it's a lot of different ideas, all in different disorganization, not always teaching Andrew my tool flow. That's good. Chemistry. Concoctions and cultures. I think that was a live series that I wanted to do at different. That's a good one. That I wanted to. So encouraging NA non-alcoholic drinking culture, NA spirits. What is a mocktail? Is it just juice? The psychological effects of different spirits. Yeah, I think I should do that. Legality and social control. Ethical is not legal. Oh, that's more notes. I'm like, I thought I just went randomly into philosophy, but it was talking about the ethics and legality of the, yeah. Then some stuff about improv lobby. This looks pretty, this seems pretty based towards performance. So this section seems sectional. In and out ideas. I want to do events with businesses like restaurants that focuses on in and out. So basically the performer can perform for a basically not I wouldn't say a reduced price. I don't want them to get paid less, but even what performers are trying to get nowadays is rapidly becoming too little. So if we can do an event in person that is done also live, and there are people, say they're connecting it with the people who are at home. Also, I think it engenders togetherness between people who can't go out as often and people who can go out as often. So it's like it's your favorite bar, but you're more of a homebody now. Maybe you have a lot of COVID concerns. Yeah, this is just kind of hanging like this. Chaos, I tell you. Anyway. So by having basically some events will get to the point where they can be ticketed depending on what's happening and what kind of access they get, and do like Zoom meetings and whatnot where you pay the ticket price, probably a fairly cheap ticket price, and you end up getting the Zoom link and get invited to the private Discord so you can hang out with the people before the event digitally and then be a part of it when it goes live. But then also tying in those people, that's the in and out portion, because that benefits the performer. It does benefit the house somewhat as well, because it's giving them more presence online with people that may or may not be their fans, but also tying it in with to-go orders. So say if you're doing like a murder mystery type thing, you've got everybody working together, the people at home, the people in the place, and the people, some clues are only put in the to-go orders type of thing. So it takes the team and it connects everybody together, and it encourages varieties of types of sales. the to-go isn't really benefiting the performer as much, except for that it's driving sales. That makes the patron more willing to have you back. So trying to do more of those. Any cover is just a page that I'll start that's anything I want to cover for any reason, whether it's burlesque, whether it's for performances. It don't matter. Oh, I want to start a family Discord, and I haven't done it yet, and that's like a 3-year-old idea. Just being creative with, especially my nibblings. I miss them so much. They live far away, and one of their mothers hates me. Makes it difficult. But also my cousin Lukey is super rad, and he is mostly housebound. So I would love to get him and Aunt Jamie involved in the family more. On a Discord for my NSFW stuff. Improv lobby ideas. Another any cover page. Let's see. Follow online. I'll post my set list. What? That's random notes in the middle of there, and I don't know what it means. I don't always write enough information. I'll just be like, Bob, the sky on Tuesday? Question, question, question. Yeah. Unbreak my heart, say you love me again. And some notes about business versus pleasure harmony. Yeah. When I'm harmonizing for, like, say when you catch me with my random improv harmony videos that I have, I'm mostly harmonizing for joy and for practice. And so I add harmonization texture to nearly the whole thing. But that's not necessarily how I compose harmony when I am doing it professionally. Like if I'm singing backup, unless they want a dual lead type sound, I'm not going to be singing the whole time. I'm going to be singing maybe 30% of the song, depending on the song. Yeah, because like sometimes, like, there's a Sarah Bareilles in Once Upon Another Time, the Ben Folds version that is done with an orchestra, and Ben Folds, and I don't know the other gals. I actually don't know their pronouns, the other person's name or pronouns, but it starts out and Sarah is alone, and technically not alone because she has to sing. She has to sing with an orchestra in a minute, so there's kind of a drone note behind it that fades away after she starts singing. Or it's very quiet, so you can't hear it. At any rate, just something to keep her on perfect tonal center. So she starts singing unison, and then others join her, and then they split off, and it's gorgeous. And it would be less gorgeous if it started polyphonic. Polyphonic meaning many sounds. Polyphonic. So sometimes it's better to have it be stripped down, single line, maybe just a guitar, that sort of thing, and then add the textures, build it. Gooches and hooch. Is that? Oh, these are ideas for because I'm going to make an album about and with my family, because a lot of them are great singers. Blackburn singing in the dead of night. Old friends meet new friends. I think these are all ideas for names. Silly names for the family album. Drinking statistics by state. Okay. For what? For what? Page numbers? Question mark? I don't. All right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This is just lovely. And that's another like to-do list thing. I often divide my page, and it's the short term versus medium term or long term. Basically, things I need to do that I absolutely need to do that are like on my short list, and then things that they need to be done, but they're ahead of things. Yeah. And so this is kind of my process. I've been on this live for how many minutes? I don't know. It doesn't say. It doesn't say, but I've been here for however long I've been here. I've gotten through this many things, and really I just read them. I didn't sort them, because the idea is like, okay, I go to the first page. events company, decibel diversions. And then I glean from this everything that I need and put it in its proper place. So I have online folders that are for my events business. So I would take all of the ideas that I had here, I'd transfer it to its permanent location, and then I'd put a star on this that says it's done. That cake is done. So actually this amount of things would take about triple as long as I try to discern, is this useful? What is this for? Is it worth putting into place? And if so, what is its place? Because it being a sectional notebook, this technically is supposed to be a proper place. But given that I put random shit in it, I guess this is all music and events based, because while this is a short-term, medium-term to-do list, it is related. But still, I can't just stay in here forever. Fall registration, Darcy. This is school stuff that does not belong in this section. Doesn't belong there. Long tail merch section. Low work, high yield. Yeah. So anyway, that tiny section represents, like, say, possibly 4 hours worth of work. Maybe as little as 1 hour worth of work. But then we'll multiply this notebook by, say it's 1 hour, and that's 4 sections worth of stuff. Maybe 5. Call it 4 hours. 4 hours. These are a work in progress, but they're tab sheets, so they're not necessarily each needing an hour. I would say that many of them, I have to go through them all because some of them I have my timing off, or I know better chords and more chords, and I've simplified. Also, I need to go through them all and mark which ones are on the radio tune, because sometimes I like to play along with the radio, harmonize with the vocalist, and then add my own accompaniment. But I need to know which keys the radio key are. So I need to go through all of them, check what key I have them in versus what the radio key is, and then write on there what the radio key is, because now I'm getting better at transposing as I go, transposing as I go. So let's call these together maybe, and that's probably still, that might be an hour's worth of work just from checking all the keys. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, 11 generously. We'll say these are 1 hour together. 12, 13. Each of these notebooks are probably 2 hours worth, but let's just call them 13. Well, this is a 3 section. Call it 16, 17, 18, 19. Put these together. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Double. This one's a fat boy. Woo! 30, 31, 32, 33 maybe. 33, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. And that is an underestimation of how many hours worth of work there is just trying to take because I can't remember things. It will get lost. So the second I think of something, it goes in the notebook. And the idea is that eventually I'll go back to those notebooks and pull them into more organized spaces. But I didn't do it and I've started to somewhat. I've started going through things, especially my digital files, because that's the other thing. This is 42 hours of paper. There's like, let's see, I have probably 10 unsorted dump files that are just like pulled from my phone of stuff that I've recorded. And each of them has between 1,000 and 3,000 files. So let's call it 1,500 files again, generously, and then multiply it by 10. 15,000 digital files. I would say if I sit down and sort through the first rough sort of each dump file probably takes me about an hour. So just call it 10 hours. And then taking, say, if I pull out, because a lot of it's like there's my NSFW stuff for OnlyFans, and that takes minimal editing. I sort through what's gonna be good and what's not. But I post those pretty rough. I don't. That doesn't get. It doesn't get a lot of bells and whistles. So my rough sort, maybe another hour's worth of rough sort on those. Oh, laundry. Timers. Gotta do my laundry. Long story short, I am so unbelievably backed up that every time I look at it, I just go, ah! I'm getting better. And not just screaming into the void, and instead just being like, it takes what it takes. But the other challenge with that is the good old self-hatred and imposter syndrome. I'm like, is this a stupid idea, or am I just being a bitch to me? Oh my lordy, oh my lordy. Let's pull up something. Ooh, yeah, so we got, let me face you towards this here. Ba, 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 ba. What are we doing? Come over here. Join me. Whoa. Now you're looking into the vortex of your own mind. Okay, yes. Come to my cast. Yeah, so right now, I want to be able to see it so I know what you're saying. I'm working on this set that I recorded with Kylie when I went over there. And I went over there for a different reason, but she and I spent the evening in her mom's basement. I can't hear her. She's talking to my headphones. So I take her beautiful self, and then I put her into my video editing software and cut off maybe the minions. I'm going to bring it in a little closer. And this open space I'm going to leave so I can put lyrics there. There's me yelling about the focus of the camera. I'm yelling at it for being a foot fetishist because its focus is right here on her hand-foot area, and her face keeps being blurry. I use Clipchamp. I have the Microsoft 360, and I hadn't been using that for recording, so I'm like, well, how is that like? And I don't like its robots focusing. It's just, you can't, with other focusing things, you can like click on something and change what it's trying to focus on. I could not do that. So through the whole time, it's just like, these feeties are so cute, are they not? And I'm like, stop it. Yeah. But there's probably we recorded maybe 3 hours. And so I have to go buy the audio track, the audio karaoke track. So I have to go find the karaoke track and then purchase it and put it on here. I have to go to the seat because karaoke comes in a CDG, I think it's called, because the video words are along with the audio. Rip the audio out of there, put the audio into her cover, match them up, do a little bit. I am not very audio technically inclined, so it gets minimal editing. And then I put her video on there, edit it, possibly put in the lyrics. And that's, for each 4-minute cover, probably an hour's worth of work. And we maybe recorded 15 covers. So it is many, 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 many things. Oh, she's gorgeous. What's she singing now? And this isn't the good recording because I recorded her visually with this, and then I recorded her through the audio system through Audacity. So this is her visual, but it's not. What you're hearing is the rough audio. And that's the other thing. There's a couple things where she's like, will you harmonize on this? And I'm like, no, it's you alone first. I can always add that on there. Super focused hands, blurry face. But then if I end up adding harmonies to it, do I just add the harmonies in the background texture? So some of them I'll just add it as a texture along with the background, and it'll just be a cover of her that happens to have me on it. And then other ones, I'll take her little face, so like edit it to just here, drop it over the side, and then do another one of my face, and then we'll make the lyrics bigger over here. I'm gesturing with my mouse, and I think it's too small for you to see, so I don't know what the fuck I think I'm doing. Yeah, I'm deep in the weeds. I'm deep in the weeds, friends. I'm in the weeds, I'm in the weeds, I'm in the weeds. Oh, can't you see? I'm in so deep. I'm in so deep. I'm trying to creep up on me. My goodness. What if we stop having a ball? What if the paint chips from the wall? What if there's always cups in the sink? And what if I'm not what you think I am? Oh, Ingrid Michaelson, Giving Up. It's one of my Zen songs. So I'm like, I'm giving up. The chorus goes, I'm giving up on making passes and giving up on half-empty glasses and I'm giving up on greener grasses and I am giving up. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is I'm deep in here, but I have a lot of self-hatred and a lot of imposter syndrome. So I have a lot of judgment about what deep in here looks like versus what I think it should look like. But I mean, I was digging holes my entire life. I was grinding in circles. And I wish I could be more proud of where I'm at. Because I've come so far, but I just don't know how to be proud of me. But I'm practicing every day. Till next time, intrepid travelers. I'll be here.
Digging holes.